coming from a Trudeau, and being Alberta and not PEI that he left out, it does lend itself to some conspiracy thinking. But I grant that I think it was just a slip. But it was the gushy way in which he does it. I mean, this just is once again a reminder of how mindless this man is. Yeah. Like how little he thinks, and it's all emoting. It's all feeling and sensitivity, and as you said, I mean, he doesn't even believe that there are core values behind being Canadian, and that in many ways people who've chosen to come here are more Canadian than people who live here. And you know, that works really well on Twitter with people in downtown Toronto who just gush and croon about the fact that he's our prime minister. I mean, you saw it again too yesterday when he showed up in Ireland for the G20 summit, and all the Irish papers just fell all over themselves. Talk about how hunky he is, and how inspirational. I mean, this is the emperor's new clothes to me. Yeah. Yeah. There's no substance here whatsoever, but you can't admit that you don't see it. So you have to get in line, whether you're the CBC or the Globe and Mail or the Toronto Star or the Irish Times, and say, oh, he's just such a breath of fresh air. He's just so remarkable. Yeah. There's nothing remarkable about it. You know, whenever he speaks, when he started that speech, even if he'd given all 10 provinces and 3 territories, he'd enumerated them all, it just reminds me again of one of those Hallmark greeting card motivational speeches that he used to charge $20,000 for, even after he'd become an MP. And he would go to public sector conventions and NGOs and charities and charge them a ton of money to say nothing for 25 or 30 minutes, but make it all sound really so wonderful and touching.
Yeah, and he loved giving speeches to students because they generally don't ask tough questions. They don't say, you said a bunch of nothing. Now, I believe that Trudeau, I think he's a mix. He's a vacuous drama teacher, over actor, over emoter. That's true. There's a hollowness and a shallowness. But when an idea pops up, it's always tilted one way, towards anti-Westernism, globalism. That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.